shortstop. Robles will be the right fielder. Kinsner will be the catcher, and Rivas will be second base. And for the Indians, we have Kwan leading off in center field, Rocio at second, Ramirez at third, DeLauder DHing, Harshkins at first, Arias at short, Angel Martinez will be in left, Hedges will be catching, and Kaifas will be in right field. Pitching tonight for the Mariners, Gabe Moser, right-handed pitcher, 0-1 on the season, 8.44 ERA, 2.06 WHIP, 5.1 innings pitched, 10 hits, 5 Ks, 1 walk, no HRs allowed. And for Cleveland, I'm still calling them the Indians. I don't like the change in the name. For the Indians, Logan Allen, left-handed pitcher. He's 0-1 as well with a 9.39 ERA, 2.22 WHIP, 7.2 innings pitched, 11 hits, 7 Ks, 6 walks, and 2 homers. And that's what we got going on for tonight. Warm. It's very warm out in Arizona tonight. It's going to be in the high 90s. And we're ready for a game. I'm just waiting for them to start the broadcast. Sorry about last night's game. They broadcasted that it would be the Saints and the Cardinals, and unfortunately, something happened and they didn't broadcast. Don't know why, but they just didn't broadcast. So we're waiting to see if this is going to happen again. If not, I'll call the game off for the ESPN play-by-play. And let me just get that bag down. Bag up, it don't matter. All right, so that's where we're at. We're new at starting this. We're going to be officially opening the week before NFL season starts. And that's basically it, folks. We're going to be on a regular basis, Monday through Friday, once football season starts. Sorry for this problem. When I knocked over this light, I broke the other one. So I had 2 lights on both sides, but they were connected. When I knocked one over, pulled the other. So now I know tomorrow, go buy spares. So I'll have a spare light, and we'll be set up for tomorrow. I'll just go to Best Buy and buy one of those lights. I'll get one of those upright ones, the more powerful. But we're just awaiting the game to start. 9:05 is the start. It says it's on TV. I got the channel all queued up, and we're just waiting for the game to start. Got another minute to go. So far, let's see what we got going on. We got some finals today. Minnesota hosted Toronto. Minnesota lost 2-1 to Toronto. Philly hosted Detroit, knotted at a 4-4 tie. Tampa hosted Boston. They beat Boston 2-0. The Mets in St. Louis. Mets were hosting St. Louis. St. Louis won that game 4-3. Los Angeles Angels were hosting the Chicago White Sox. Angels won 4-3. Atlanta hosted Pittsburgh. They beat Pittsburgh 8-1 today. Yankees hosting Baltimore, and that was a 3-1 ball game. In live events, we've got top of the 9th, Houston hosting Miami. Miami's got the lead 7-4. Miami's hosting Washington, and Miami's winning that game 3-2. So they're winning one game on the road, winning one game at home. Okay, now top of the 5th, San Fran hosting Kansas City. San Fran 4, Kansas City 2. Top of the 1st, no score with the Chicago-Cincinnati game. And we're awaiting this game and waiting to see what's going on. I don't know why we're not getting this game. Well, here we are, 9:05, and not televised, and I don't know why. And it says it's scheduled for now. Don't know what's going on with Major League Baseball. Let's try it again. Going through all the channels again. All it says is this game. Oh, here we go. And it says there's no game currently programmed available. Why would that be? All right, so we'll have to call it off the teletape again. Sorry about that, but Major League Baseball's posting one thing and they're doing something else. I mean, not much I can do about that. And yeah, they're not giving me the game. For some reason, we are not getting the game. All right, let me see if I can try it another way. I mean, that's terrible. They're reporting these games and we're not getting them. Oh, they gave me. Here we go. Got the game. And unfortunately, they're late. So let me catch you back up, but we do have the game live. All right. They were late on the start. We have nobody out, men on first and second for Seattle. Like I was saying the other night, they really don't care about being punctual or commercial breaks. It's preseason, and I don't think they really care. So men on first and second, top of the first here, no out, no score. Seattle up at the plate, Cleveland on the mound and on the field. Cleveland hosting this game. So the first pitch is over. 1-0 to Aranzaria. Aranzarena. 292 with a 1 home and 5 batted in this spring. Takes another pitch. 2-0 is the count now. 2-0 is the count. Well, thank God we got this game going. Beautiful fastball over the plate. 2-1's the count now to Aranzarena. Allen on the mound, the lefty. Lefty versus righty here. Men on first and second, nobody out. Donovan on first, Rocharia on second. Donovan on second, Rocharia on first. Excuse me. Beautiful day in Arizona. A little bit of a breeze, pushing straight out to center. Fastball over the middle. 3-2's the count. You just showed a great picture. The outfield is having a tough time seeing with that sun. Every one of them's got glasses on, and they're trying to shield it with their glove. So that must be come into effect. Could come into play. Fastball looking, strike him out, backwards K, and that was a strike. He didn't even argue it. Beautiful pitch, low part of the plate, right over the middle. Looked like a slider. So Canzone up, 2 men on, 1 out. The pitch, ball 1, 1-0's the count. Can he work himself out of this inning after giving up the first 2 hits? Aranzarena is 267, no homers, 2 batted in this spring. Weak hit over the second baseman, shortstop, and not enough time. So we scored at a 4-6. At second, couldn't get him at first. Not enough time. Was weakly hit. Both guys were on the run, and he hauled it up first. So first and third, 2 outs. So here we go. Joe's up. Donovan on Donovan at third. Donovan at third. Rodriguez was out. I said Rocio. It was Rodriguez. Excuse me. He was the force out. Big swing and a miss. 0-2's the count now. 0-2's the count to Joe. Joe's batted .366 this season. 1 homer, 6 batted in. 15 of 41. He's on a tear right now. 0-2's the count. High fastball. 1-2. See, that's the proper fastball when you want that waist pitch. See if he's going to chase it. At least that was close enough that, it is tempting enough, but he held off. So 1-2 is the count. The pitch. Swing and a miss, struck him out. So he works himself out of trouble after allowing two runners on. Comes up with a strikeout, a play at second, and then his second strikeout. So after a half, they don't even have it. Wow, it's amazing. Like I'm telling you, how they're behind on everything. Even ESPN, they don't even have the box score up yet for this game. They're still showing it like. Let's see if I can update it. There we go. I had to update it. Must have froze on the screen, but here we go. After a half an inning, no runs, 1 hit, no errors for Seattle, and Cleveland is up. Cleveland has top of the order. It'll be Kwan, Rocchio, and Ramirez. And that's where we're at right now, folks. Just awaiting the commercial now. Thank God, Major League Baseball. I don't know if they had a glitch yesterday, but they showed that they were going to show the Cub game. And was it the Cub game or the St. Louis game? I forget which game. I'm doing so many games, following so many teams. But yesterday's game was I had to call it off to ESPN because for some reason I couldn't get it on Major League Baseball. And they announced it to be on Major League Baseball, which was even weirder. And then when I went to the local channels, they were showing it as well, but nobody was broadcasting it. So I don't know how it got blocked or why it got blocked. All right, here we go. Back to the game. Steve Kwan's up. Lefty, first to righty. First pitch. Okay, here's the first pitch. Looping curveball or a sweeper. Strike. Ball 1 was the first pitch. They didn't even have it on the screen. It's 1-1's the count now. Pitch by Moser. Called strike. 1-2's the count. And then Stephen Kwan. They had Steve L. Kwan. Now it's Stephen Kwan. Look at that. Even the spelling is wrong. 2-2's the count. Outside curveball, no good. Kwan, the lefty, going against the righty. Beautiful curveball. He hits the opposite field. Left fielder takes about 4 steps, comes in and makes an easy catch. 1 away. 1 up, 1 down for Seattle here, bottom of the first. No score. Okay, Rocchio is coming up. Rocchio, he's 313. He's batting this year. Ball 1. Just outside. Rocchio is batting 313, 1 homer, 4 batted in this season, this spring. Fastball outside, 2-0. Rocchio's another lefty going against the righty. Beautiful swing, right past the second baseman, out to the right fielder. Right fielder gets it, throws it back into short. Shortstop cuts him off from advancing. Man on first. Beautiful hit ball. He timed that perfect. Just a perfect line drive. About maybe 9 feet to the right of the second baseman. And well hit ball. Well hit ball. So man on first, 1 out. Here comes Ramirez. Ramirez is batting 235, 3 homers, 10 batted in this spring. Just got to get the average up. He's hitting the homers. He's got the RBIs. Now it's just a matter of getting that average up. One of those to count to Ramirez. Ramirez, another lefty going against the righty. Big swing, big miss. 1-1's the count now. 1-1's the count. Bottom of the first. No score. Man on first. 1 out. Pitch is way inside. 2-1's the count now. Two and one's the count to Ramirez. Oh, another ball. Just outside. 3-1. 3-1. He's turned into a great ball player, Ramirez. Really has. He's a stud and a half. The pitch. Big swing, big miss. 3-2's the count now. 3-2. Man on first, 1 out. No score. Bottom of the first. Cleveland hosting Seattle. Throws over the first. Rocchio's back. Rocchio. Let's call it. All right. Moses back on. Moses back on the mound. The pitch. Oh my God, that might crack the moon. He just blasted himself a home run and a half. Ramirez. Put that one in the books. Put it in the book 'em. 2-run homer and the lead. For anybody watching new, this is just me doing it out of the studio right now. We're going to have a real setup studio. Doing this out of my private studio. We have a studio in the makings. We have a technical guy. Got a couple more hosts. So it will not just be me, and it's not going to look like this. This is just to get some stuff out there. Start to get a little bit of a following. And for the people that sign up early, looks like we're going to have a suicide pool for football. And we may have a fantasy league that we post live. So you may want to jump on and become a subscriber and get involved in that if you love football. Okay, weak hit to the shortstop. And that's our second out now. Oh, no, the third out, excuse me. Third out. So, after 1 inning of play, oh, no, I'm sorry. 2 outs. That was 2 outs. Why did they start walking off the field? This is crazy. Okay. Yeah, I thought there were 2 outs as well, and then they started walking off the field, and then they told me to get back, only 2 outs. So they had me fooled as well. Moser on the mound, 17 pitches so far. One of those to count to Hoskins. Hoskins weak hit to third. Third baseman's coming in. Does he have enough time? Yes, he does. Makes a good scoop and a throw. I wasn't sure how fast Hoskins was. He's slow. So now we're done with the first. So now officially after 1. Seattle, no runs, 1 hit, no error. Cleveland, 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors. And that's where we are after 1. For new people, I do 5 innings. If we got more than four people or more on, I'll stay on and I'll call the game as long as we got 4 more people on. And it's competitive. It's only spring training, folks. So that's what we're doing. Opening day will be the Yankees and Giants. The following day will be the White Sox and Milwaukee Brewers. Brewers will be hosting the White Sox. Giants will be hosting the Yankees. And that's how we're going to open up the season. And we're just waiting on a commercial. So let's go over some scores that are going on. Why not, right? All right. Miami hosting Washington. It's Miami 3, Washington 2, bottom of the 8th. San Fran hosting Kansas City, top of the 6th. San Fran 4, Kansas City 2. Top of the 2nd, Chicago hosting Cincinnati. It's Cincinnati 1, Chicago 0. End of the first right now, Dodgers and San Diego are scoreless. End of the first, Texas and San Fran are scoreless. Top of the first, no score, Arizona hosting Milwaukee. And bottom of the first, the Athletics hosting the Chicago Cubs, and Chicago picked up a run in that top half of that inning, 1-0. So that's where we're at around the league. And we're just awaiting the game to come back on and get started. During the season, if there's games you want us to call, if we have the time and the ability, we'll do it. Just got to let us know what game. Just got to let us know what game. All right, waiting for the commercial break. Okay, back from the break. And the pitch, Allen, the lefty, going against Young. Young's batting .255. 0-1's the count right now. 0-2's the count. The pitch, low and low, just low. 1-2's the count. Threw him a big sweeper, but it started low and broke fast, and they wound up a dirt ball. Young, .255, 14 homers last year, 30 batted in. Ball again as well. 2-2's the count. Nobody out, nobody on. 2-run game. Cleveland up. Bottom of the first. And that will change. Young just crushed one. Book him. Book him, baby. Put that one in the books. Book him. And we have a 2-1 ball game now. So both scores have come off major home runs, and it's now Cleveland 2, Mariners 1. It's top of the second. 1 out. Yeah, he was all over that. All over that. All right hit, first pitch, hit to right field, and out. And out. 1 away now. 1 away. That was the first out. So top of the second, 2-1 ball game. Cleveland's leading. Seattle up at the plate. Nobody on, 1 out, and 1 run in this inning. Here we go. Allen the pitch. Way high. Way high. Ball 1. Allen against Kinsner. Kinsner's batting 120 this spring. Nice curveball on the outside or a sweeper and called strike. 1-1's the count. Ball hit down the line, bounced off the third baseman. Ramirez picks it up. He's got no play. And man on first. And they're going to call that a hit. Kind of thought that should have been an error, but who am I? Yeah, that should have been an error. It hit him in the glove. And they marked it a hit. Very generous there. I mean, it was hit right in front of him, basically. Strike 1 on the call here. 0-1's the count now. Rivas is up. He's batting 200, 2 homers, 3 batted it in on this spring. Man on first, 1 out. Second pitch over for a strike. No balls, 2 strikes. 0-2's the count. Oh, and 2's the count. Allen the pitch. Ooh, they called that was a ball. I thought that was a strike looking. Surprised the catcher didn't call it. Okay, Allen the pitch. Well hit out to center field and bloops right in front of the center fielder who's heading towards the left fielder. In for a single. Man on first and second now. First and second will one out. Mariners are threatening again. Mariners had first and second with nobody out the first inning, and they got nowhere with that. Okay, here we go. Pitch. Donovan leading off. He walked the first inning. We missed that. They came in late, so we missed Donovan walking. This Springs batting .429, a homer and 6 batted in. Lefty versus lefty here, takes a called strike. Oh, and 2's the count to Donovan. Fell behind fast. Another sweeper low and into the dirt. No advancement. Men stay on first and second. No advancement. Catcher blocked it well, kept it in front of him. Stared them all down. Nobody moved. The pitch fouled off. Catcher, it was in and out of the catcher's glove for an out, but couldn't hold on to it. So here we are. 1 and 2's the count now. 1 and 2's the count. Pitch fouled off. Cuffed him inside. He tried to fight it off. Fouled it off. A tough up bat. He's down 0 and 2. Now it's 1 and 2's the count. He's got to have to be aggressive at the plate. And he is. And he gets right over the second baseman's head and in the gap. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score. And Donovan safe at second. And the ball almost got away at home plate. No play at the plate. 3-2 now. Seattle jumps up and takes the lead. 3-2. Top of the second. 1 out. 3-run inning for Seattle. Seattle gave up 2 in the first inning. They come back with 3 of their own in the third. Now it's 3-2 in the top of the second. With only 1 out. Man on second. Let's look at tomorrow's games. What can we do tomorrow? Okay, here's the first pitch. Fouls it off. 0-1's the count. Rodriguez 1 for 1. He got the single earlier. One on, 1 out. 3-2 ball game. Seattle 3, Cleveland 2. Top of the second. Another change up outside. 1-1's the count now. 1-1. Tomorrow, I think we're going to be doing Boston and Atlanta. I think that's the game we're going to be doing. Boston and Atlanta. Oh, big swing and fouled that one off. 1 and 2's the count. One and 2's the count now. Men on first. Men on second. Ball outside. Walks him. No, I'm sorry. 1 pitch. What the fuck? All right, never mind. 2 and 2. I'm sorry. I see the 3 to score. Here's the pitch. Outside. 3 and 2's the count. 3-2 is the count to Rodriguez. Man on second. Allen the pitch. High and outside and walks him. First and second again. Allen have a tough time on the mound tonight. I'm going to call a break. They're all going up to the mound to talk to him. You know, I always believed when you don't have your stuff, just pitch low. Right? If you're on the mound and you're going to have a bad day, just keep it low. Keep it low. Try to get them to keep it on the ground. A lot of curveballs low and down, you know, and that's what you got to do, entice them. But pitching and trying to do what he's doing isn't working. So I would just try to keep it low. Get it over the plate, keep it low or around the plate. But a lot of his pitches aren't even close. I believe. Yep, they're bringing in a relief pitcher. I love this. The guy comes up, instead of giving his name, they give you all the projected pitches. So which one is he? Yeah, like I said, there's nothing like poor coverage during spring training. Boy, do they definitely give you that to you. Let me see if I can find it somewhere else. I ain't getting it with them. Thornton. No ERA. Tyler Thornton. Last year with a 4.46, 40 innings pitched, 126 whip, 55 walks. 55 strikeouts, 30 walks in 33 games. So he does strike some guys out, but he walks a lot as well. And this season he has no ERA. So that's where we're at with Thornton. Right now it's a 3-2 ball game, top of the first, one out, man on first and second. All right. So, yeah, tomorrow looks like we're going to be doing Boston, Atlanta. If there's no problems, I don't think there should be any problems. It says that the game is scheduled to be on TV tomorrow. So that's what we're going to go with. All right. Waiting for the relief pitcher to finish his warm-ups. And here we go. Thornton on the stretch. Men on first and second, one out. Seattle 3, Cleveland 2. First one way in the dirt. 8. The 5-year-old could have thrown it just as bad. What a horrible pitch. One of those to count. Ronzarina hit by the pitch. And we got bases loaded. Yeah, I don't know what it is with these pitches, man. I never seen so many wild pitches before, and piss poor pitching. Hit him dead in the back. All right, bases loaded. They're in trouble now. Bases loaded, one out. 3-2 ball game. I got a run rule here. If it exceeds it and this game gets ugly, we shut off. This is only spring training. We'll complete games once we start a regular season. But there's no point staying on and watching a shit show if it turns into that. So here we go. Canzone's up at the plate. Ball one. Ball one. Thornton on the mound. Canzone at the in the batter's box. Canzone the lefty going against Thornton the righty. The pitch All over it. All over it. And it's another one. This is gone. Grand slam, folks. On the roof. On the roof. In the right field decking. If you know the stadium they're playing in, it's about maybe a 20-foot wall, then a patio, and then there's like a 16-foot roof. Well, it hit that roof. And put it in the books. Book them, baby. Book them. 7-2. 7-2. Ugly game. Ugly game. This may be a short broadcast. I hope not. I hope they come back. Oh, it's a 7-2 ball game. Thornton, the pitch. Outside. Ball one. 1-0 is the count. Joe at the plate takes a strike. 1-1's the count now. 1-1's the count. It's 7-2. Top of the second here. Cleveland hosting Seattle. It's Seattle 7, Cleveland 2. Inside pitch. 2-1's the count now. 2-1's the count to Joe. A pitch, a swing, towering fly ball. Can the catcher get it? Nope. On the other side of the fencing. 2-2's the count now. Three and two's the count. Full count. Oh my. You know, sometimes these pitchers, I think they try to take the whole game into their own hands, not realizing you got a bunch of guys behind you that can get the out as well. Pitch way outside and walks him. So man up first, 1 out, Seattle 7, Cleveland 2. Okay, Young versus Thornton. Righty Thornton against Young the lefty. Young 1-for-1 on the day. He had the solo home run to start this. And here he is, at top of the order again. Strike one. Pick off, thrown in the garbage. Going to second. He's got second. Takes a big lead off the second. And now Joe is on second. Threw that one right in the dumpster. I mean, he went to do a pickoff at first and wasn't even close to the first baseman. I mean, he can't throw it to the catcher. He can't throw it to the first baseman. Who the hell can he throw it to? Wow. Yeah, I see the look on the Cleveland coach. What I was just saying, you can see he was thinking. 1-1's a count now. Thornton Young. Man on second. 1 out. 7-2. Seattle over Cleveland. Ball outside. 2-1's the count now. Boy, talk about things getting ugly. The pitch. Oh, almost hit him in the leg. 3-1. My God, would somebody go up there and take the ball out of this guy's hand? I really can't tolerate piss poor pitching. And I had a tough time with the White Sox the last couple of years, and they're my team. I can't even watch the games. They're so disgraceful. Pitching seems to be getting better for the White Sox, but we'll see. Foul that one off. Young fouled that one off. And here we go. 3-2 is the count. Man on second. 1 out. Seattle 7, Cleveland 2. And he walks him. Thornton walks him first and second. So what's Thornton done since he's come in? He's given up the grand slam and walked 2 guys and got an out. All right, here we go. Thornton versus Robles. Robles, 0 for 1 on the day. Pitch inside, 1-0. What a surprise. He's batting .083, no homers, no RBIs this season, Robles. Boise off to a slump, but that could change. That could change. 1-1's the count now to Robles. 1-1's the count to Robles. Oh, he's all over that one, and that is deep between left center and right center, and that's a homer. Put it in the books. That's a 3-run homer. This is a 10-2 ball game now, folks. 10-2, top of the second, 1 out. Seattle 10, Cleveland 2. Well, I'm going to be probably wrapping this up after the second, and unless Cleveland can start popping some runs, they need to get at least 3 runs for me to keep this game on. Otherwise, it's an early night. I could use an early night, but wasn't expecting it. Would have liked to call a better game. But when pitching's this horrible, and this is when you got to suss them out. The coach must have a sense of humor because he walked up to him, put his hand on him, said something. The pitcher just started laughing. So he must have thought he could stay in the country or something. But yeah, he was laughing his ass off when he told him. And I think they're keeping him out there. Yeah, they're going to keep him out there. They're going to keep him, try to finish the inning, man. You let up this many runs. Thornton. They're going to challenge this one. Let's see. Something's got to give. It's a strike. It just touched the plate. It just touched the plate. 0-1's the count. All right, maybe the tides are turning for Cleveland. The pitch. Thornton having a heck of a day. One for 1 right now is Kinzer. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Kinzer. 1 out, nobody on. The score is 10-2. Seattle over Cleveland, top of the second. You think it's a football game? So here we go. Kinsner's up. He was 1 for 1 in the day. 1-2's the count. 1 out, nobody on. 10-2 Seattle. Swing and a miss. Got him on a strikeout. 2 away. Lost the screen for a minute. Why was that? Okay. Here we go. Swing and a miss to Rivas. Rivas is 1 for 1 in the day. 0-1's the count to Rivas. 10-2, Seattle over Cleveland. If Cleveland doesn't get 3 runs or more, this will be the end of the game. Come bottom of the second. I do mercy rules for spring training, not for regular season. 1-1's a count, way outside. I mean, not even close. I just don't get these pitches, man. You know, I wasn't a great pitcher. I wasn't even compared to them. I'm a nobody, and I had better control. Maybe that was the problem. I was too much close to the plate. But 1 ball, 2 strikes count here. 1 and 2's the count. Fouled that one off. Count stays at 1. And a big swing and a miss. And he gets himself out of that mess. But not until they give up 10 runs. So, after an inning and a half, it's Seattle, 10 runs, 7 hits, no errors. Cleveland, 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 error. And that's where we're at so far, folks. Oops. Excuse me for a second. I just have to answer this. Never mind. I don't have to answer that. Okay. Sometimes you're a slave to that phone with business. And when it bings, most of the time it's business. So, fortunately, got to answer it. All right. So, we're waiting the bottom half of the second inning. And if Cleveland can make some kind of comeback, we'll stay on. But if not, this is going to be a thank you. Good night, folks. Early one for me. And tomorrow we'll be back with a 1 o'clock game. It looks like Atlanta-Boston will be the game. It says it's going to be televised on MLB, so that's the game we'll be showing. Okay, well, we'll be play-by-play. I can't show it. Don't have the rights. Wish I had the rights, but don't. All right. Look like a real quiet night tonight. Last night we had a few people on. And here we go. Aris versus Moser. Moser with the first pitch over a sinker for a strike. Arias is batting .344 this season. Way outside. 1-1's the count. No, excuse me. Arias batting .344 this spring. No homers, 4 batted in. Hit down the line and past the second baseman and out there for a single. Right fielder's got it, throws it back into second. And Arias with an easy single. Getting his inning started the right way. Down by 8 runs. It's 10, Seattle 10, Mariners 2. All high, 1-0. 1-0 to Martinez. Martinez batting .353 on the season, on the spring season. 2 homers, 2 batted in. Pitch high. 2-0's the count now. It looked like Moser was going to be the one with the problem starting off the game. Letting up the 2 runs early. Let's see what he can do this second inning. Well hit ball. Very well hit ball. Line drive, home run. 10-4. Cleveland down by 6 now. 10-4. Martinez with the homer. So, there you go. Book him. That's another homer. All right, here we go. Moser up on the plate, the pitch. First base umpire says safe. It was a close pitch. He held back on the pitch. 1-0 is the count. 1-0. Nobody out, nobody on. Seattle 10, Mariners 4. High fly ball. Nobody's going to get to that. One and one's the count to Hedges. He's batting .261. No homers, no RBIs, and a big swing and a miss. 1-2's the count now. Man, I got to tell you, the bat, if you can get the ball, it seems like you get that ball up in the air. It's been leaving the bats this evening like there's no tomorrow. Here's the pitch. Big looping curveball. Falls a little short, 2-2. Full count. Oh, maybe Moser is going to have some problems. And walks him. Wow, these guys, both of these guys have been, like I said, it's tough to call a game when the guy is just sloppy as shit. College, I don't know. It seems like college baseball's got it more together with the pitching. Sometimes when watching those games, they look like they're a little more controlled. Moser the pitch. 0-1's the count. Broke his wrists. Otherwise, that would have been a ball. Kayfish is up. 194 batting average. 2 homers, 3 batted in this season. Man on first. Nobody out. 10-6 Seattle. 10-4 Seattle. High, way high. 1-1's the count. My God. This guy was 8 feet tall. I don't even think it was in the strike zone. Man, I just get so frustrated. I want to go and slap one of these guys. I really do. Like I said, I pitched, but not at that level. But, I mean, you would think, I mean, not at that level, I'd be pitching like that, and they wouldn't. 1-2's the count. Now, at my age, I try pitching my arm and fall off. I got 7 rings holding my arm together. 2-2's the count now. Yeah, but back in the day, I used to play ball all the time. I never played high school. Just I hated the coach. Coach hated me, so there was no point in playing for a guy that wouldn't play you because he just didn't like you. I'll give you a great example how much he didn't like me. We have a spring training in high school. I get 2 at-bats. Well, 1 at-bat, a single and a walk. And I get a stolen base. And he kept the guy that went 0 for 7. Right? The guy had 3 times more the opportunity than me. Came up with nothing. I produced. I'm not saying I was a great baseball player or nothing. I would have been a bench player. I wouldn't have been a starter. But I know I should have been on that bench before that guy. And his excuse was because I had to go to the dentist one day and I missed a practice. He said he needed reliable people. He just didn't like because I had long hair and smoked weed. High fly ball and gets the out. Here we go. Kwan's up. Man on first. 1 out. Hedges is on first. Kiefer just flied out. And now Kwan. Kwan's a great hitter. Fouls that one off. Kwan 0 for 1 on the day. He's batting .243 on the season. 2 homers, 5 batted in. Flied out in the first. Pitch high curveball. I didn't think it was a strike, but they called it a strike, and nobody's complaining. And 0-2's the count. Oh, and 2's the count. 1 and 2's the count now. Ball high. One and two's the count. Man on first. 1 out. 10-4. Seattle over Cleveland. Bottom of the second. Kwan got under that one. Had to swing, but just under it. Right fielder gets called off by the center fielder. Center fielder throws it in. Nobody advances. 2 away. 2 away. Okay, Rochio's up. 1 for 1 on the day. Batting .333, homer and 4 RBIs. Single and a run this game. Here's the pitch. Swing, foul ball. 0-1's the count. 0-1's the count. Pitch. Ooh, I thought that was a strike. 1-1's the count now. And he gets under that one. Left fielder calling for it, makes the play, and that's the end of the second inning. I do a 5-run rule, folks. I wish they would have got 2 more runs. I would have kept calling it, but it's spring training. I'm not going to call blowouts. So we're going to wrap this one up. Appreciate everybody coming on. Please share these videos. Hit the thumbs up. Subscribe. Hit the bell. Notifies you every time we're on. Tomorrow, 1 o'clock, we'll be on with Boston and the Braves, I believe it is. Everybody have a great night. Thank you, and God bless.